Joelle. I said it's fun with Joelle. Hey! Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Fun with Joelle, or welcome if you are new here. In this week's video, I am going to be crocheting once again, and I am going to be following a tutorial. I have not watched this tutorial yet, so I'm going to be watching it with you, but this is the tutorial that I'm going to be following. Her name's Crystal Everdeen. I have followed her tutorials before, and I love them. I obviously, maybe not obviously, but I haven't followed every single one of her tutorials, but I think that if you're a crocheter, you want to learn how to crochet, her videos are very helpful, and also mine. I think I've only done two, so it'd be like this big. I would recommend for you to go check her out, and she's not just a crochet channel, I'm pretty sure she's also a vlogger. I don't personally watch those videos that are on her channel, but you can. So let's get started. So I won't be doing her tutorial exactly the same as she's going to be doing it. I am actually going to be using a bit thicker of yarn. This is how thick the yarn is. It's Bernat blanket yarn. Yeah, I like this yarn. In this tutorial, I use that yarn for a top, and I have not one, not two, but three of these. I really hope it's enough. I'm sure it should be more than enough because this lasts pretty long, because it is supposed to make a blanket. I haven't tried making a blanket with it. I probably should at one point in time. And I'm just gonna grab all my hooks, which I should have already set up before I started filming, but yeah, I'm gonna grab my hooks, and I already have my stitch markers and stuff here. So let's start for real this time. Alright, so I have completed the first step, and that is a chain that wraps around your body from like your armpits to your other armpit. Mine's a little bigger, but I have broad shoulders, so I want to make sure that I'm able to put it up, like put it over my shoulders. And also this isn't very stretchy, so it's slightly stretchy, but not as stretchy as thinner yarn would be. I don't know if it's just the brand though, because this is I'm pretty sure this is the only brand I've ever used that with the fluffier, thicker yarn. So now I'm gonna go on to the next step. Alright, so next was to do a whole bunch of half double crochets all the way down the row. So actually not a whole bunch, just half double crochets all the way down the row. And I just did that, so let's see what's next. Alright, so for the next step, she does, I think she said, yeah, 14 rows of the first color she's using. I'm using all the same yarn, but she does 14 rows of one color. I did not count. I think I did 5. They're all half double crochets. 4 rows. I've done 4 rows so far. It's easier to see in the front here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've done 4 rows of half double crochets, and she says to do it from, let me show you. So she says to do it from your chest to the middle of your breast, and I'm not quite there yet. Over here would be there. So I think this is where she starts, like right like an inch below her collarbone, but I'd have to check the thumbnail really quickly to actually see. But I would say I'm not quite there yet, and it would probably take me 2 more rows-ish. But I'm gonna check the thumbnail really quickly to see like where it starts. Okay, it actually looks like it starts a little lower. It looks like it starts right about here and not up here. So let me see. So it looks like it starts here. So I need like 1 more row. This is how much yarn I have left. It really looks like much less than I started out with. This is how much I started out with. This is how much I have. It looks like, actually, it kind of looks like more. I was really confused at the store. I'm like, are these the same? They look the same. They look like the same color, but they're not the same. Like, this one's so much thicker. I don't know. But yeah, I've gone to the red color, the light red. So here's where I am. All right, so this is where I'm at with the yarn ball. This is for reference once again, how it started, how big it started. So I used a pretty good amount. I still don't really know where it's gonna start. I think it's gonna start right around here. This is how it looks, and I really like it. So I've already done 2 rounds of decreasing, and I think it looks really great. I started filming at 6:12. It's 7:10 right now. So I've been crocheting for an hour. An hour went by fast, and I've only gotten this done in an hour. I am being slow. I'm never this slow. I gotta speed this up. By the way, I literally just realized that I never told you my hook size. I'm using a 5mm. You can't really see it, but I promise you, it says 5.0 mm. Alright, so this is how far I've gotten so far. I want to say I've done like 20 rows. Let me count real quick though. 15 only. Surprising. It definitely looks like more than 15 rows, so I might have miscounted. I don't know. I think it might be right. Okay, so I have hit a bit of a bump. Hey guys, editing Joelle here. So let me explain the situation a little bit. So I had talked about it a lot. I had to cut out a lot. So basically what happened was there was some mix up with me understanding what she was saying, since she did say at the beginning of her tutorial that she had accidentally deleted all of her footage, but then she got some of it back from a backup file. And so some of it was missing. So it was a bit confusing in some parts, and I noticed a couple parts where it was a little bit confusing because it was like skipping, and then she said certain things that sounded like she was referencing it from an earlier speech, and it was a little confusing. So what ended up happening is that I didn't do a lot of my rows that you just saw me do correctly. So I ended up unraveling most of my rows, and then I went back to it the next day and redid those rows and then continued on. So I'm gonna skip to that part since you already know what's going on. All right, new day, new outfit. So last night basically I undid a bunch of rows and I got rid of the last increasing row, and then after that, that's where I stopped. So with the yarn left over from that, I have the whole entire second yarn ball, and I have this much of the first yarn ball left. So let me show you how much, like how roughly it is. So this is how roughly it is. It really isn't bad. Like, I can work with this. I am gonna go somewhere else because I would really like to watch a show, and I can't do that if I'm filming on the device I have to watch the show on. So I have no clue if that transition was smooth or not. So yeah, I'm just gonna start. Okay, so this is so much better than last night. This is how far I am on the second ball of yarn. I'm almost to the point where I was last time, but I still have a bit left. So I think I'm definitely gonna have to use the third one. I really love this. I'm just gonna continue. Alright, so I've done, I think, 4 more rows, maybe 5, but I've I've done a few more rows, and here is how it's looking. It has almost reached my knees. My knees are right here, and this is how much yarn I have left in total. This is my last ball of yarn I have. Okay, so I finished 3 rows, and this is how much yarn I have left, and I really can't do anything more because I don't even think I have enough for a full row, and if I do, that's it. So, and I still need to make this strap. Okay, it looks good. I like it. Okay, so basically what I'm chattering about now is that I'm once again confused, and this is one of the parts where I'm pretty sure she lost some footage. So I tried to comprehend it as best as possible, and I was saying that if I cannot understand it, then I'm just gonna have to improvise, and I kind of did that, but I'm pretty sure I understood it fine. Alright, so I've made one strap. Don't mind like the double strap if you can see it. It's still attached to the yarn ball, so there's still like the yarn attached to it. I just strung it through so that I can see how tight it needs to be to see if I actually have enough. And this is pretty loose, and I'm able to take it on and off. And then I should also be able to tie, with this amount, I should be able to tie the bow. So I think this is good. So what I did, I laid it flat, and then I just continued making the chain until it was 4 times the amount of this top part. So I'm just gonna do that. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I finished it because I've already tied it off and like cut the string and stuff. Sadly, I was so close, so very close. But I didn't quite have enough yarn to finish going down with a slip stitch. And by the way, I ended up doing slip knots here instead of half double crochets because half double crochets just show a lot more. You can still tell it's an extra layer, but it's much less visible than if it were half double crochets, and it would have been more yarn used as well. Make a cute little bow. More like a cute big bow, because that is huge. Okay, and here it is. I really like it. So you're gonna see me without the shirt on under it in 3, 2, 1. It's cute. The only thing I don't like about it is the back. I cannot figure out how to make it look cute because this keeps pulling up and it looks weird. And then the straps look weird, and the bow is just obnoxiously huge. That is it for today, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. And I hope to see you guys whenever. Bye!